Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is cyber safety. So, we will be learning about what is cyber safety, about online identity, identity theft, all these things we are going to cover. But we should know what is this, why the cyber safety come in existence, why actually we should know about it. All these things we should know first. See, as you know, internet is one of the largest information database available to us today. We can find any sorts of information just by clicking on our phone or desktop. If we have a net connection, we can do online shopping, banking, communication with our friends and relatives without any problem. It's very easily done on the online. The data and information can be shared among the global access without creating any problem there. But the question arrives, is internet is safe? The answer is yes. If you are aware and you use the right tools, internet is very much safe. Anyone can use it, but you should be very alert. Like there are many types of viruses, malwares are there, worms are there, which may affect our computer. So we should be extra careful about the programs which we downloaded or run on our computer. There are lots of benefits of internet without a risk, but we have to always serve and visit a trustworthy links with awareness. Go to the we should be very careful about what we are going to use on internet. So all these are the reason why we are learning this chapter, that is cyber safety. So first we should know what is a cyber safety. Let's see it. What is the cyber safety? Cyber safety refers to the safe and the responsible use of internet as so to ensure the security and safety of the personal information and not posing threats to anyone else's information. What does that mean actually? See, whatever we are working or using the net, the data or the information should be safe, and we should be very responsible use of internet. We should not in a anger or in some reason you're just posting some information which is personal to someone and which may harm them personally. So you should not do all those things. So in the cyber safety we just see that there is a safety and the security of the personal information without any threat to anyone else. When you're putting an information, you're not putting somebody else's personal information on the social media or the public platform. Okay, that's what a cyber safety is being. Then comes, it involves gaining knowledge about possible threats to personal safety and information about the measures to prevent and counter them. Means we should also know if something happens or our data is being taken by someone or being misused by someone, then what measure we should take, how we can prevent them and encounter all those problems if it happens. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to learn in this chapter. We're going to see about the cyber safety, and if something some person have taken your data, then how you can prevent, or the measures what you take to prevent from being taken by somebody else information there. Okay, next we'll just see about the online identity. See, online identity means whenever we join any social media like Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, anything, we first need to create a login, and where we provide our information such as our name, date of birth, address, all these things. So based on that information, our online identity or a social identity is being created on the internet, and these identity is being called your online identity, where with your name, address, everything, they make a profile, and that profile is being used by you. Okay, if you're putting your correct information, that means you are working properly without creating any problem on the online. Whereas if you are taking somebody else's identity and doing some frauds there, so that will be come under the category of identity theft, that we're going to see now. So identity frauds are there when personal details that has been accessed or stolen by used to commit fraudulent act, such as posing as someone else with stolen identity, is called the identity fraud. What does that mean? See, if we have two persons, let's say we have one boy, that's name as Raj, and we have another boy, let's have his name as Samir. Okay, these are the two boys. Okay, so Sameer, what he's doing, he got all the personal information of Raj, his username, password, anything, all sorts of personal information he got somehow. So what he's going to do, he will be changing his identity and he becomes Raj and start putting all the information at the names of Raj. But actually this boy is not doing anything. Everything is done by the Sameer. So that is the identity fraud. You're taking somebody else's identity and imposing that you are that person and putting wrong information on the net. That is the identity fraud. We are going to see the example also. If you just see over here, this Raj and Sameer has been there. All the credit card information or the debit card information of Raj is being stolen by Sameer. Okay, Sameer have all the information, let's say his username, password, all the information of his net banking, he have it. So what he can do, he can log in as Raj and he can access his account, withdraw money from his account there, and that can be possible because online we cannot see that he actually is Raj or Sameer. If someone have stolen or accessed the identity or personal details of a person and he imposed that he is that person, so he becomes that. And he when he puts the information of username and password of his credit card, he can easily withdraw the money, which is a type of a crime. If you are taking somebody else's money without his knowledge, that means you are a thief. You are taking somebody else's money and saying that that is yours. So that is a identity fraud, or you can say identity thief, where without any person knowledge you're taking somebody else's identity and you're doing a crime. Okay, and which take to you there, you can get the prism also because of that, if you're taking somebody's identity and doing some work. Okay, so there are some cyber thieves, hackers, key bloggers which actually take the identity of the someone and you can always threat someone. This is the biggest challenge on everyone internet user, because if you observe nowadays on Facebook there are someone's taking creating someone else ID and imposing that these are that person. Actually those are the frauds. They are taking asking your personal information and then they will be misusing that information. That happens. So that is a kind of a identity theft or the fraud there. Okay, here we can have some protection while using the internet. We have some of the victims of the identity thief. First is the phishing. See, phishing means what happens when you are taking someone's personal or sensitive information such as online banking details, credit card details, or somebody login details of an individual and sending an emails, or by creating a web pages that collect all this information as they appear to come from a very famous organization. That is type of phishing. Phishing, with the words you can say, phishing means you're catching a fish. So how you're catching, you're putting some like a chara in front of it so that he can you can capture that person there. So that type of phishing is there been there. Act of illegal, you're imposing as a personal or sensitive information you want to take out. You're putting something like a fraud you're doing, that you can say I am from that bank, I want to have your account number or these details. When a person is calling you about this and they're saying our bank is doing some updation, he wants to have your email ID or all Aadhaar number and all those things. So this is a type of a phishing only, when a person take your information and then take out all the money from account. So that's a one of the crime there. Next is your dumber driving. So this is a technique used to retrieve personal information of a user from his discarded documents. See, dumber driving means, let's say your old certificates are there, any cards have been there like your Aadhaar card or your credit card, your bills have been there which you were using, you're thrown in the dustbin or somewhere. Someone else taking your information and then using your identity and been accessing your details there. So that is the dumbest driving there. Okay, if you have seen in the so many shows also, they're showing that when in the mobile shop you're going, you're showing, giving your documents there, they're making a xerox and your identity is being used by someone else for some crimes there. So that is a type of a dumbest driving there. Next is the shoulder surfing. So here it provides the personal information such as pin at an ATM machine, personal details while filling up a form, or the code of a smartphone through the direct observation by looking over the person's shoulder. Let's say when you're filling a form, okay, this you might have seen the elders when they are filling the forms on the back. The thieves usually observe that person and sees that what password or he's filling in that. Later on, as the person go out of the ATM, say the same pin they were using and for withdrawing the money. So that is the third type of a thief there in the identity thief. When you're posing that you are that person, actually you're just taken his username or password or ATM pin for withdrawing his money from there. Okay, then is the employment scam. So where you're just showing that you're going to give a job, false promises you're doing for the employment, for better salary and all those things. Person come, they ask you to do the jobs for them, they're asking you for giving your biodata, all those things, send your email ID, they will offer a good job to you with an attractive salary, all those things. A person share all his personal information with that company, and including their bank details and some sorts of amount also that they can give, so that they will be confirmed job will be given. And later on they found out that that company was a fraud.